One of the things that I think is important to understand in the hospitality industry today to all the stakeholders is how much distribution has changed. And in fact, how people buy, where they buy and when they buy is dramatically different in the last 5 years. I think one of the things that's important to realise that the essence of change has changed. The velocity and the volume of the data that as revenue managers we now need to look at when we're making our decisions is incredibly different. It also takes a huge amount of time to process that data, and in fact it's not systems that are enabling us to be more strategic these days, it's big analytics and rolling all of those data points into one central point to then be able to make a strategic decision in time to change the actual outcomes of your business. I think it's also important to understand from an asset manager and investment perspective that revenue management systems and even advisory services are very much now an essential part of your business management suite. We're seeing a lot of asset managers and brand managers now actually requiring that a revenue management system is installed. They're making that decision at the same time they're deciding what central reservation system to use, what booking engine to use, what channel manager to use, and perhaps even what reputation management system to use. So the RM system is now integral to determining how your business is going to look, how it's going to perform, and also enabling you to optimise the resources you have on site. Your RM or your revenue management portfolio of human resource is incredibly valued. They're very, very intelligent people. And what you have to look at is, are you getting the best value from your revenue manager if you have them just compiling data into spreadsheets all day long? You look at the velocity and the volume of data we have to actually deal with today. By the time an RM pulls that together from several sources into one combined spreadsheet, well, frankly, your opportunity is gone. You've actually, it's almost paralysis by analysis. If you're spending all this time collating the data, what you're not doing is strategically analysing it and acting on what that data tells you. So an RM system that draws that all together in one central place, is refreshed 3 or 4 times a day, enables you to see the opportunity, act on it from collated data, and then make a strategic decision. Rather than teams being tactical and working on the back foot, a good revenue management system with really far-reaching foresight will enable you to understand what's happening and then take action to change the outcome, whether it is increasing your pricing, perhaps putting together an offer to go to a specific market segment in a specific channel on a specific window of time. RM tools enable you to engineer your occupancy mix rather than just take bookings. So within the Asia Pacific region, it's a growing and emerging region in terms of revenue management experience. What we're certainly seeing as a trend across the last couple of years is that hotel owners and GMs understand that revenue management is not a solution just for big brands. They're understanding that all hotels, regardless of size, brand, whether they're a city hotel or a resort hotel, can benefit for systems and expert advice. One of the things we're also seeing is hotels reaching out to us for advisory services and consulting. From an ideas perspective, we work very closely with our organisations to not just educate, but also assist and support the cultural change that needs to occur for revenue management to truly be successful within an organisation and within a property. It's one of the things I'm really excited about for 2015 and 16 is the new advisory services that we're bringing for independent hotels in the region. It's incredibly affordable. And our team work with the on-property team to understand what their challenges are. We work with them in a virtual environment. So we go through their data, we do some strategic analysis of how they sit in the marketplace, how their positioning is, how relevant their pricing is. And then we deliver them a roadmap that they can use to price more confidently, price with data and science behind that, whether they have a system or not. And also, I think pricing confidently is a key issue, particularly in the independent environment. So understanding that it's not just about gut feel, that you have science and granularity of data and a deep bench of data that's utilised to pull all of this information together to give you a strategic guidance to move forward. One of the other things that I think is really important from an asset manager perspective is really understanding the total portfolio value and being able to drill down to the actual performance of the brand, of the region, and also down to the segment. When you're looking at total portfolio performance, sometimes you can look at, say, for example, how your Indonesian portfolio is looking, and you may be looking at that and understanding that there's some issues. One of the things that using things like, for example, visualization tools brings to the game is that you're enabled to drill down on the moment, on the fly, using real-time data and identify where your true issue is, and then engage the rest of your operational organisation to put in place actions, perhaps it's a resource manning issue, to actually then change the outcomes of your business, whether that's changing your pricing strategy, changing your distribution strategy, or perhaps even just aligning your resources against high or low occupancy forecasts. That to me is something that starts to talk about using revenue management in an operational capacity, so where it directly impacts the profitability outcomes of your business. I think probably to encapsulate that statement is today revenue managers are more focused on profit, not just revenue. It's about the bottom line and using data to get you there.